Well, I interviewed one of my regular guests on the show, China Mac. He's a Chinese guy
Yeah.
who was part of the Chinese gang culture in New York. At one point, when he was active, he was selling drugs, and I asked him, "Were you selling drugs in your own community?" And he said no.
With the community, the Chinese people was always, you would never really see us selling drugs in the community. You know what I'm saying? If anything, we would get the drugs and push it somewhere else. You know what I'm saying? You wouldn't see that, and I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say it was because, well, I wouldn't say the majority of reason of why that was so is, I'm sure a piece of like a good part of it was that we didn't want to give it to our own people. You know what I'm saying? But another big part of it was that we knew that when we do that in our own neighborhood, it's gonna make us hot. You know what I'm saying? So like, the smarter thing to do is get the drugs and put it somewhere else, so our community isn't hot, so we can have a little more, shelf life and doing whatever we're doing, and we can get more money and we can make ourselves hot. You know what I'm saying? But if we're on the corner selling it, it's hot. You know what I mean? So the police is gonna come and that's gonna be short lived. You know what I'm saying? So I guess, Chinese people always, the Chinese gangs always looked at that and always took that into consideration.
You look at most black gangs and black drug dealers, they're usually selling drugs literally where they live, on their own blocks, in their own communities.
Well, first of all, we don't really have much outside our blocks.
Explain.
We don't have anything. Blacks are broke. South Central LA is now owned by others. We don't own that anymore. That used to be a black community. It's no longer a black community. We don't own that neighborhood anymore. So we're kind of confined to our areas. We don't have a homeland, that we can go to or we can escape to. This is like everything that we have is right here. Even Africa, they don't really accept American blacks. They don't really like us.
There's a friction between American blacks and Africans.
Well, American blacks don't have no friction. They have a friction. Yeah. American blacks like everybody.
This is true.
We just like accept anybody come in our community. Oh, come on in, bring your store and all your goods and everything. We'll buy that shit. It might not be worth a damn, but we'll buy it. We'll support you.
Yeah, you're right. The racism comes from the African side.
Yeah, we don't have any of that. American blacks, I feel, have been giving away their stuff too long. It's time for us to become more conscious about everything that we do, what we do with it, who we allow to get our money. And I think that once they do that, it's gonna be a big difference. But no, we don't have anything against them. They have a friction against us.
Right, but for example, I interviewed BG Knockout recently, who was a Compton Crip.
I know BG.
And he said that I've interviewed people that have said, I don't remember who it was, but have said that they've dealt drugs to their own mother.
Me, my grandparents, yeah, my aunties and uncles. Yeah.
You dealt drugs to your
Absolutely.
own aunties and grandparents. Mm-hmm. Really?
Yes, I did.
How do you feel when you say that out loud right now?
I hate it.
First of all, we didn't really know what the dope was going to do. I used to look at cocaine like I look at weed now.
Really?
Yeah.
But did you look at crack the way you look at weed? Really?
I had never saw a crackhead.
Okay.
It was a time that there wasn't a crackhead.
But after a year or two?
It takes longer than a year.
Really?
Yeah.
How long does someone go from smoking crack to becoming a crackhead?
Well, it's according to who it is. There's people that can function, that keep their job, that can say, you know what, I'm going to smoke a $10 piece every day. I'm going to smoke a $20 piece every other day. And then there's the ones who will say, you know what, I've been working on this job for 20 years. I'm tired of this damn job. I'm going to go out. I'm going to be a dope dealer, smoker. And they just go all the way with it. So it varies on person to person. But I don't think that when it started that we knew that our people were going to get hooked on crack. Because I sold to my people. I sold to my girlfriend. I gave my girlfriend, I gave my uncles, my brothers. I used to give them all those.
So you did the same thing. You sold drugs to your own family
Absolutely.
members.
Absolutely.
Okay. How many of them became addicts?
A lot of them did.
A lot of them did.
But then I helped them get off.
Okay.
The ones who wanted to. Now I got an uncle, he's 70-something years old. He said he don't see no reason to quit smoking crack.
Really?
No, right now today. And for what? When I'm going to quit smoking crack?
I'm
for?
76 years old. What do you...
Yeah. I love smoking crack. Only thing I don't like about crack is you can't get much is an elephant.
Wow. Okay.
So, so it's really the opinions of the person who's doing it. When do they want to quit? My brothers was doing it, smoking primos. I'm fortunate enough that I was able to get them to quit.